What's up, class? Hope you guys are doing well. I'm working on week 4's discussion. We're talking about inclusion and individualized education. This month has flown by. I didn't know a lot at the start, but I feel a lot more confident now that I've went through all 4 modules and used the resources to make myself better in these aspects. So this week it says, consider the following instructional strategies. It lists all these strategies and then it asks, what barriers do you think I'll face and how would I go about overcoming these barriers in a specific situation? To start off, like I said, I didn't have a lot of knowledge at first during the first week, but with the knowledge I have now, some things that I would do to make sure of full class inclusion are, I remember in one of the videos they talked about, or maybe it was one of the articles, they talked about giving out note cards to the class, having them put their name on it and write 10 things about themselves, what they value, what they like to do. I feel like that can give me a better chance of, number one, how to pronounce their name correctly, and 2, it gives me an idea of who they are as people. So we talked about asset-based teaching or asset-based learning, and it's all about figuring out more about the individual student and how to use those strengths or the things that they value in life to help them learn and comprehend information at a higher level. I would make sure I would give clear and equal instruction to everybody. I would utilize groups, and the big thing that we talked about, especially like in conflict management situations, is the use of restorative circles. Any type of collaborative environment where team building skills and decision making skills, relationship skills, all those are utilized and exercised. Using resources like tablets, assistive technology, talk to text. If students have trouble with their handwriting, they can talk to text or they can type instead of just write. So using resources like that are a big plus in the classroom. And then when it comes to barriers, what first comes to my mind is I'm doing my CSET in PE. So physical education is what I'm going to be teaching someday. And I often think about modifications or accommodations when talking about students who are disabled, who have IEPs or 504 plans. So the scenario that comes to my mind is if I had a person who was in a wheelchair and they were participating in tennis, the way that I would make sure for full class inclusion and participation would be to do things like modify the court size, maybe give that student a bigger racket, and then maybe allowing the ball to bounce, more than once. In tennis, you got to return a serve on after it hits the ground once, or if it's in the air. But if I'm dealing with a student who has a disability, like I said, a wheelchair, I would allow the ball to bounce twice before having to return it. So that's just a little bit about how I would attack individualized learning and full class inclusion. And those are the barriers that I may face when I have my own PE class. So hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody enjoyed this class. I know I did. I'll see you guys on Zoom this week, and just let me know what you think about this post. Thanks a lot.